Hello, welcome to this special World Cup edition of Insights with Boluwati Tony Shola. Well, we thought the shocker between Argentina and Saudi Arabia was not enough. We experienced just another one yesterday. Maybe not much of a shocker if you look at their recent history. But in the terms of history of the World Cup, believe me, this is a big shock where Japan defeated Germany 2-1. Remember yesterday we were talking about how the pace of the Japanese could cause problems for the Germans, and that's exactly what happened. Yes, you have to blame Germany as well. I think they have themselves to blame because they had a few chances, a few attempts, but they were holding on to the ball too much. They were doing one too many, and that's exactly what affected them. Japan did what they knew what they needed to do. Send in the long balls, outpace them, and score the goal. And that brilliant goal from Asano, but local players they like to call it Asano. That was a very good goal. Even Manuel Neuer didn't expect where he took the ball to roof the ball, and that was all they needed to win that game. And a few minutes left, they defended with their life. So kudos, good one for them. That's of course in the game in Group E, and the other match in Group E had Spain thumping, thrashing, annihilating Costa Rica. Remember yesterday I was talking about 5-0 in their last friendly game, but I don't think they'll score 5 this time. Well, technically they did score 5. They scored 7. 7-0 winning for the Spanish side, their biggest win in their entire history of the World Cup, with goals from a brace from Ferran Torres. One of them, of course, was a penalty. Real Madrid's Marcos Asensio got on the score sheet. Gavi scored a goal to become the youngest Spaniard to ever score a goal at the World Cup. We also had the goal from substitutes Morata and, of course, Carlos Soler. Good win for the Spanish side. We thought Qatar, many have said Qatar were terrible. Their performance, at least they got about 5 shots, even though they didn't have any on target. Costa Rica did not have any shots at all. Terrible performance from the North American side in that game. Moving on to the game in Group F, we saw Morocco, the African side, playing a goalless draw against Croatia. I think for that game, it was more of a win for the Africans than it is for the Europeans. And their coach, as Morocco's coach, was excited about the draw. At least they didn't lose the game against 2018 finalists. And the final game we had was Belgium against Canada. If you saw the game without seeing the names of the team, you probably would have beaten your chest that Belgium in that game were white and Canada were red, because the Canadians dominated the game all through. The only thing they didn't have more than Belgium was possession. They had more shots, they had everything. They were just not fortunate enough to be clinical in front of goal. They even missed the penalty. Well, for that penalty, I think to an extent I don't understand the rule anymore, because the handball, okay, well, you can say stop the ball from going on target, but I didn't understand the yellow card. But Thibaut Courtois stood tall and saved the penalty from Alphonso Davies, and Belgium finally got their needed goal, a long ball from Jan Vertonghen. Michy Batshuayi did what. It felt like the ball was not for him. The ball was for Carrasco, but did enough. Batshuayi gets his positions, caught the ball from a lovely half volley to give the Belgians a win. I think for the next game, if Belgium don't step up, they probably will be in trouble. Let's look at the games for today, starting with Group G. We have exciting games lined up for you too. Let me start like this in Group G. Many have said Brazil automatically will qualify. Then Cameroon have what it takes to go through to join Brazil. Let me put it out. Switzerland topped a group that had Italy. Serbia topped a group that had Portugal in their qualifiers. I think that speaks volumes. Let's pick the game one at a time. Switzerland versus Cameroon. Whoa. For Switzerland, maybe not too many superstars. The striker Mbolo, their goalkeeper Jan Sommer. We don't even know if he'll be fit enough to play this game. And their qualities, Granit Xhaka, who probably is in his best form at Arsenal, Shaqiri in the team, and of course they are led by Rodrigo Rodriguez. Quality players here, but one thing they know how to do well is to play as a unit. And that's one of the things that helps a top team. You don't need to have all the superstars in the world. If you play well as a unit, you may be able to withstand any team with all the superstars. And for Cameroon, of course, the striker is in the best form of his life. Talking about the Maxime Choupo-Moting, scoring back-to-back goals for Bayern Munich, and the top goal scorer at the last Africa Cup of Nations, Vincent Abubakar, one of the most informed midfielders in the world, Andre Zambo and Guisa. They have Mboino on the other hand in the team, and in defense, of course, they have a team, and they have one of the young prospects. Is he still a prospect? And Jonah in the squad. But the question is, will they be of a force against the Swiss side? Well, you get my prediction as the show goes on. The other game in the group, we'll see Brazil take on Serbia. Serbia with all the chiches in the world, to Zamlavic, to Tadic, to even Jovic as well. But against the firing power of Brazil that has Rafinha, Antony, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Richarlison, and of course the superstar Neymar himself in midfield, to Casemiro, to Fred, to Paqueta in defense, the Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, the Militao, Danilo, Dani Alves, Alexandro, and of course the two top star goalkeepers in Alisson and Ederson. Whoever gets in goal will be among these two guys will be a top-notch goalkeeper. But Serbia's, just like we said about Switzerland, they do the basics, defend well, and get the goals when needed. I think Brazil will do enough to sweat in this game, but of course, we still expect the Seleção to pick up 3 points in this game. And then the Group H, another group that has good games. We have Uruguay taking on South Korea. South Korea without Heung-min Son feels like another Senegal. They may play well, maybe hold 1 or 2 possessions, but they would definitely miss the certain Son Heung-min in their squad. Are taking on the Uruguay side that have both veterans and the young guns in defense, because trying to think who's going to penetrate their defense that has Godin, Jimenez, and Cesares. Without Son Heung-min in midfield, there's the ever-firing, ever-energetic, powerful, strong Doge, covers all grass, Federico Valverde in the midfield for them. There's Lucas Torreira as well in the midfield for them. There's Rodrigo Bentancur going forward. There's veterans, Luis Suarez and Edison Cavani, and the young Darwin Núñez. I think this firing power, this midfield battle would be too much for the Asians to handle. And then the other game that we have, we'll see our West African neighbors, the Black Stars of Ghana, take on Portugal. You can call this a Nigerian derby, because Portugal defeated Nigeria, thrashed Nigeria 4-0 before the World Cup, and Ghana beat Nigeria to qualify for the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. This will be a good game. My number one worry for Ghana is how will they play as a team? About 11-12 of the players in this squad have 5 caps and under. Many of them, about 5-6, even have 0 caps for the team. Some of them have 1. Even those above this 5 have 7 caps. That's my major worry for them. In national team, you need cohesion, you need team spirit, you need bonding. And I feel that will be missing in the squad. But individually, these guys have quality. Talking about the Nyaki Williams, talking about Lamte, Amate, Salisu, and a few others, and of course the Ayew brothers. They have quality in the squad, but with their teamwork, team spirit, if that happens, I think Black Stars will worry a lot here. But they are taking on Portugal, who have, of course, the man in recent controversy, Cristiano Ronaldo, up front, the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, greatest goal scorers of all time for both club and international scene. There's Rafael Leao, there's Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, William Carvalho, Ruben Neves, Danilo. Even in defense, there's legendary Pep, as well as Ruben Diaz. There's Cancelo, who I feel is one of the most intelligent fullbacks ever. There's Diogo Dalot, Mendes on the other side. So I think this could be too much for Ghana to handle. So for my predictions for the game of today in Group G, I think Brazil will do enough to edge. Both teams will probably score this game, but I think they'll do enough to edge Serbia. Switzerland and Cameroon will probably end in a draw or a win for the Europeans. For South American side, Uruguay against South Korea, I think the Uruguay will pick up 3 points in this game. And I'm sorry, Ghana Black Stars, I think Seleção or Portugal will pick up all 3 points. And well, we'll watch and see if Cristiano Ronaldo will get a goal. So that's our show today. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Do not forget, this will come up every day. Review of the previous day and preview of the following day. And of course, we'll give you all the necessary details to do. But with the way predictions are going these days, it's difficult to come, but I'll still do my bit. So please like, share, and subscribe. Subscription is absolutely free. So we'll come away again tomorrow. Have a beautiful sporting day. Bye.